Yo, my friends, welcome back to Frog Boy X1 Gaming and Tech Reviews. I'm Andrew, and today we are going to be doing the full complete build for the Fanatec Clubsport Cockpit. I got this in black, so we've got the two boxes for the cockpit, then we got the box for the seat. So we're doing the complete build. I did not buy any other accessories for this just yet because I want to see how it's going to sit before I decide to get any more of that stuff. But included in this kit does have the monitor stand already. As you know, I just recently got the 45-inch ultra wide, so that's what we're going to be putting on this. Now I'm going to tell you guys right now that this was a very hard decision to make because, as you know, if you've been watching my sim racing content, you know that I've mainly been pretty much exclusive to Next Level Racing. I've built a lot of their cockpits and they are wonderful. Absolutely zero issues with them. I think they are incredible. But the one thing that pushed me over to the Fanatec Clubsport away from the FGT Pro was the full adjustability for the seat. Now, if you look at the FGT Pro, okay, that cockpit, absolutely incredible. It has the adjustment for the pedals, has adjustment for your wheel setup and everything. But the seat, you can do F1 or you can do GT. And if you look at the seat on that, if you look at like my old FGT cockpit, I was able to upgrade that seat. Like I could throw the ERS4 on there. I had the ERS3 on there. I could have done the ERS3 or 4 hyper cool one. That would have been absolutely incredible for racing in the summer. But with the way that is built, I just didn't see that being an option. And so if you were to get the FGT cockpit and you don't care about the seating arrangement or anything, then you absolutely could get that full cockpit with the monitor stand for the same price, maybe even a little bit less than this one. So that was a massive, really big choice for me. I was like, gosh dang, because I love Next Level Racing. I think they make incredible products and I'm very proud to continue to represent their products and stuff. But I also love Fanatec, okay? And you know, when I saw this cockpit, when we started seeing it at ADAC or whatever, and we were looking at that, and at first I was like, whoa, man, that thing's gonna be super expensive. And I'm looking at it, and then I start, like really looking at it, and I'm like, gosh dang, dude, I actually really like the way that thing looks. I love the aesthetic of it. And so I decided, I pulled the trigger. I was like, all right, we're gonna do it. Up till now, my only experience has really been with like a really cheap play seat, and then mostly Next Level Racing. So it is kind of good to check out our new cockpit. So the way this video is going to be structured, I am going to unbox this, but I'm going to speed that up. So you're not going to waste a whole bunch of time watching that. Then we're going to go into building the frame, the backside, the sides, and the front of it. Then that is going to be transported to the studio. And then we will do the seat, the pedal tray and everything's going to be done in here. I will be mounting my pedals to that before I move that. So depending on how heavy that is, I don't think that part's going to be super heavy, especially like once it's all built, I'll be able to, kind of manage the weight a little bit. I'll move that into the studio and then we will start working on the rest of it in there. So the seat and the rest of that stuff will be done in there. I'm running out of breath talking all fast and stuff. You know how heavy this thing is? Oh my gosh, it was pretty dang heavy. That is the heaviest box by far. And that there's the one with the pedal tray. So I know that thing is going to be pretty stout. So I'm going to go ahead and start opening this up and let's get going with it. First box we are going to open is going to be box 2 out of 2. Okay, I just gotta say, this right here is the part for your cockpit stand, okay? This is the part that goes on the cockpit, the front of the cockpit. Your monitor stand will be right from here. This thing is so freaking rigid. I mean, that is tough. So you can see that it's got folded over to continue strengthening that build. It's got a nice black powder coat on this. Pretty thick steel. I mean, that looks like it's probably, I don't know the millimeters, but it's definitely maybe 3/16, maybe 3/16. And that looks, yeah, that is robust. Very robust. Seat. Goodie box. Looks like that's all of the hardware. Okay, here is the wheelbase tray, and that thing is quite thick. That's closer to 1/4 inch, maybe 5/16 on that one. Does look pretty damn thick, and that has got some really, it's got a lot of heft to it. So far, everything has been heavy on this. I can guarantee you that plate is thicker than the wheelbase plate on the FGT Cockpit that I had. Definitely thicker than any wheelbase that I've had to date. Okay, let's get this packing foam out of here, because this, my friends, oh gosh, that's, oh gosh, dang, that is quite heavy. Oh boy. I think these are just, I don't think these are, oh wow, that was quite heavy. Whew. Okay, so now we have one box broken down to be able to use as a garbage box. That, my friends, very freaking, I can already tell you, very robust. That first box, that pedal plate tray, yeah, that thing is going to be able to absolutely freaking support any kind of pedals. Okay. Oh, dude, those badass. Okay, so those like slip, my friends. Yes. Okay, so I watched a couple of videos from other people about about this, and like, I'm not even joking, like half the people I've watched had me legit terrified after I bought this. Because look, I watched a couple of videos after I had already purchased this. I'd already made up my mind that this was the cockpit I was gonna buy. And so I watched a couple of videos from other people, you know, talking about there being, you know, paint in the threads. So I did order a thread tap and die set. That should be here. If we have any problems, then obviously we'll go through, we'll tap out. You're spending a lot of money on this wheelbase or on this cockpit. So if you need to take a few extra seconds and spend an extra 50 bucks to tap out, I mean, it's 50 bucks if you buy a whole set, but if you go and buy the individual tap and exactly what you need, like a T6 or a T8, and you tap it, you spend the extra couple of minutes, you tap it out, and then you thread your bolt in there. You're spending a lot of money for this. It's gonna make it easier for you to take apart, to disassemble, to move if you need to, and you're gonna have a much better experience. Like, I don't get it. Like, I would rather have, you know, my paint looking really good instead of it just being like kind of thrown together. So first of all, I want to talk about this pedal plate, but first of all, I want to go grab my pedals that are going to be on this. Okay guys, I went and I grabbed my Fanatec Clubsport V3 inverted pedals that are going to be on this. And as you can see, they look pretty damn nice on there. Now there is this plate that we can take off to get in there. So 3, 4, where's 5 at? 20, 25, well, that's 2.5. Okay, so we just got to find the right one. So I got some T handles, just some good old Huxky ones, so that we can take these off. Now you don't want to hit them too hard. You just want to be able to give them a nice little tug to see if they'll come off, and then pull them out. You don't want to strip these freaking heads out, so be gentle with them. You're spending, like I said, a good amount of money on your cockpit. So you'll pull that up. I noticed that a washer fell down, so I wonder if there was washers on all 3 of them. Nope, it looks like just that one had a washer, which is, because I've never taken this apart yet. Oh, that's why this one's got a little bit of a dip in it. Dang, these things are so beautiful, but they get so dirty. So dirty. Okay, so it looks like Fanatec pedals will be able to fit very nicely, like right. Yep, they do line up nicely. So I'm going to go ahead and stick those on now. In this part of the process. So is what I did was I have these big old thick boys, these T8s. And boy, are they thick. I mean, it does look like there's a couple of spots that you can put these, but right there looks perfect for me. And yes, they do. You can get these to rock a little bit, and they do line up back there as well. But nope, we need a little bit bigger. And hopefully we have the right one, because I think we do. So we will clamp down The reason I went this way is because it looks like that tray is in the back. It's behind there. So just to make those nice and tight. And it looks like they can be adjusted up even more if you want that. But I don't think that that is going to actually be a problem. Let's go ahead and take these two out before we put this plate back on, because we've got this little washer we need to try to line up with that hole. Okay. It does appear to be lined up. Okay, great. It's not that one. Sheesh, it's not that one. It's this one. So we were able to line that up. Now I love these pedals, man. These are absolutely incredible. And as what we'll do is, seeing as this thing has got like pretty decent like adjustability for all of that, we'll just leave them up for now. So that we can continue with our unboxing. Perfecto. Damn, that looks very, very nice. But I'm telling you, dude, the way the people were talking about these like little freaking fold out things had me feeling like, gosh dang, this thing is going to be a nuisance. But okay, so we can definitely do that. And then we'll be able to adjust that a little bit more, but that there looks like it is going to be very, very good. Just right there. So yeah, those aren't going to be a problem. Those are going to be nice. I do like that. You just thread that in. And then for the one down here, you can just pull it out, swap it over. It's got like a little spring-loaded thing that you just pull back. And then you do that, and then you just pull it off, and then you just set it wherever you need it to be. Which is not the freaking problem everybody else made it sound like it was going to be. You just pull it out, drop it down where you need it to make it look better. Obviously, if you don't want that sitting like that, you can always fold them all the way down perfectly. Like, you can adjust these however you want them. Yep, and then pull it out. Boop. Perfect. Yeah, dude, that's incredible. Absolutely incredible. I like that. I really just don't understand why people always want to like make a bigger deal about stuff than it needs to be. So we're gonna go ahead and move this out of the way so that we can get into the bigger box now. Okay, the rest of this stuff is, oh, there's my wrench. Huh. I had my wrench for it too. So this is probably gonna be the bigger part, obviously, where we're gonna get running into more of that stuff with, you know, the bigger complaints about like threaded, like holes not being threaded and stuff like that. So let me go ahead and lay this one down. Now this box is quite heavy too, but I still feel like the pedal tray was heavier. that pedal tray is pretty heavy. Like it's, yeah, dude, that little thing's a monster. Where'd I put my knife? My Ginsu blade. So now this will come delivered on a pallet. So yeah, you're gonna have a pallet in your yard. Oh wow. Very firm tape. Caution, 15 plus 15 grams heavy. It does say caution, and it says 2 people. 2 of them. Not 1, but 2. I did it myself. So, if one old big fat guy can do it, you can do it. Sorry guys, I'm consciously trying to breathe through my nose, but I always forget, and I'm probably not going to have music playing in the background. Okay, well, this is all right. I was expecting these to be quite lighter, but let's give you a look. Fanatec, either way, same thing. So this is a numero 4, and this already has a seat slider already mounted on it so that you can slide back and forth. You got 1, 2, 3 supports for that, so that there should be pretty sturdy. It is made with the same consistency, thickness of the rest of the parts, so shouldn't be a problem. Now you will have channels for putting through. Okay, so they did weld that in there. Those look pretty straight to me. There's no weld in here. These are tapped through that way, tapped that way. Doesn't look bad at all. But we'll find out when we go to build it if we can even get our things in there. But yeah, these are actual. There's a robustness to this pipe. It's actually a pretty decent gauge too. Like that's not bad. Like there's definitely some weight to this. I bet a lot of it is through that though. But these threads don't look horrible. Obviously you're going to be going through here to something. We don't have instructions. I haven't seen instructions yet, so I don't think that instructions actually come with this though. From what I understand, from what I was watching, there are no instructions in the box. But that might have changed because all the videos that I watched were well over a year ago. So hey, you never know. We might even not have to worry about our holes being pre-tapped. Ooh, look at that. We got cross members. Okay, dude, even this little bar, that is actually a pretty damn decent gauge. Like, look at that. That's not like that cheap thin metal that you'd be expecting. That's a pretty decent gauge. I would say if this here was, I would say, I don't know if it's scheduled 10 or not. It might be a little bit thicker than schedule 10 in that diameter. Now this here is more feeling like sheet metal, but it is still pretty thick, fairly rigid looking. It actually looks cool. I like the big F on it. And then our front grill be looking all good. It's nice and shiny. Nice and shiny. 10. It's 10. You know what? Honestly, guys, I might actually try to put this together without even looking up instructions. And you know why? Because that was the way they designed this, was to try to make it easier for people to build. So we've got everything out of that box. You know, I guess the one thing without having instructions is that we sirs do not know exactly how many pieces we are supposed to have in said box, but it does look like everything is numbered for sure. Oh wow, we got some bolts in here, and now we have our cross members. So number 5, boom. Wait, wasn't there a number 5 on that? Nope, number 3. Number 3. So we have a number 5. And we have a number 5. So these are both 5s. 5 and 5. So obviously these go on one side or the other. And they have little holes in them. So we might actually have to just learn how to set those on there. Like, oh, would you look at that? Dude, that might actually go something like that. Because that does look like it goes over directly over the whole thing. So we'll see when we get to the other parts how those are gonna be set up. Look at that thickness of that cardboard. Even the thickness of the cardboard is pretty thick. Oh wow, there it is. Oh boy, damn man, I can't believe I lifted. You know, you get out each individual piece and it's like, damn dude, I can't believe I carried that box up those stairs by myself in the snow, because yeah, today decided to be a snow day. That is pretty solid. Now, a lot of people were complaining about like the welds and stuff. Okay, well, those actually look quite good to me. I don't have a problem with that. And I work at a welding company, and I've actually had to check welds, QA them before. And I will tell you that those actually look quite good. They don't look horrible. But then again, I bought this significantly longer after the launch of it. So maybe a lot of this stuff could have been rectified by now. You never know. Okay, and again, these welds look pretty good to me. And if they didn't, it's not like we're ever going to see them anyways. So, what we could do right now to like hold this thing together is find that little bar and stick it in here. Boop. Boop. And just kind of hold those things together. Dang. So this thing is going to be quite bulky. Let me see if we have anything else in this box. Yeah. We have the end. little bit. Yeah, we definitely need this piece. Okay. Let me take a quick intermission to clean all this up, and then we'll be right back to start our build. Okay guys, we have got the box, well, one of the boxes out of here. So I'm gonna take this stuff out of my pockets, set that just right over here. I'm gonna go ahead and take a drink. Okay, so this honestly does look pretty self-explanatory, to be completely honest with you. I mean, it doesn't even look like there's a way to try to even consider putting this together wrong. I'm gonna lay this piece of cardboard out that I saved. Go ahead and stick this part right here that I kind of just was playing with. You know, that's just sticking the bar in that. Obviously, you get another bar down here that will go through there, but it looks like, yeah, see, look, that just looks like you're gonna be putting, let's kind of set this down. Kind of wish I had some extra hands just so that I could get this through there. So obviously that goes right there, obviously, and then you just kind of feed that one to that, and then this one in there. So yeah, I mean, obviously you got a nut bolted on there, and then so you've got two holes right there. That's threaded. So obviously you're going to want to have the threaded one up here so that you can thread something down into that, obviously. And once you're lined up this way, you should also be lined up this way. Yep. Yeah, that's some pretty simple stuff. And then I'm pretty sure like the side part goes together just like that as well. So if we take this and slide this over here, I'm going to do a mock fit. We'll do a mock fit so that we can take a look at it all. 5 and 5. So it looks like the things are on the bottom. So you'd probably want to, I mean, obviously look at this. One side yellow, other side no yellow. So that's going to go on this side. And that's going to go on this side. And then you can see there's holes right there. Look at that. Oh my gosh, it's almost like they freaking line up. All right, let's see. Fanatec on that side. No Fanatec on that side. Fanatec on that side. So we're going to go ahead and stuff that in there along with all that. Boom. It racks right together. Let's see. Fanatec on that side. No Fanatec over there. So we just go ahead and stick that bad boy right in there. Kind of get it to telescope in, because that's basically what it does. They're just like Russian doll set type deal. One size is a little bit smaller, and then we're gonna put this in there so that the F is upward. Instead of, you know, trying to do it like this, we're gonna do it like this. So, and we'll just kind of move those apart, lift up, and then slippery slide them on. You know what, guys? I'm not even joking. The videos that I watched made this seem like such a pain in the butt that I even bought myself a rubber mallet just to make sure so that I wasn't destroying anything. Here is the tap and die set that I bought, and plenty of driver bits so that I could use a drill if I wanted to just smash them in there. So guys, as you can see, this right here, honestly guys, if you were to just sit down and focus, you should be able to do this pretty quick. It looks like there's threads right here. So we can thread those and then stick the pedals on, pop. Should be pretty good. There should be some feet in here, I'm assuming, in one of these boxes. I thought that I felt some before. Okay, we got the monitor mount, and that's pretty thick. Boom, look at that. Damn, that is nice. That is nice. That is definitely going to support a 45-incher. 45-incher. Okay. Oh, and then here's the oh damn, and that there's for the mount plate for the thing. Here is our nice thick little beast for our monitor. The other side for our wheelbase. Okay, so the only thing that I did not find is the feet for this. Was I supposed to buy those separately? They weren't in the big box. There is this box. Was there another little box for this? I think there was. But where did I set that? Oh, right here. Oh, there's our feet. Here's our feet right here. Those look like pretty dang sturdy feet. Sturdy feet, sturdy feet. Damn, you got some pretty good. Yeah, you can lift those up pretty high. Looks like pretty close to, if you're in America, like 1/2-inch bolt. No, 7/8. No, 7/16. So like a 3/4 inch head nut on here, probably. That's what it's looking like. So it looks like we've got everything basically out of the box. So, what do you think, guys? Shall we build it like it is right now? Or should we just leave it there? Like, this looks so good. Very nice. So it looks like we can either take the bars. Yeah, we can take the bars out either way. I think we'll slide them out that way, because it looks like your pedal plate just literally slides right on it. Like once you pull those out. Whew, but that thing is heavy, heavy, heavy. I wanted to see something real quick, because this is gonna literally dictate if we're taking the whole thing in. Okay. I shall have to find a way. Because once that pedal's on there, once those pedals are on there, that's gonna put a lot of weight on that front. So I probably will have to have somebody help me carry that in there. All right, let's go ahead and look at our bolts, because we're going to build one side at a time. So here is our little kit of the stuff. So is what we will do to do that is we'll leave the back on. We'll take these out for now. Okay, so there's one. And then we'll take that out. So that way we can build one side at a time. And we'll probably just have to slide those two out so that we can slide this together. Okay, so you're gonna have like 3 holes down here, and then 3 holes like right there. So total of 6 bolts for that. Got a nice little blanket right there to let that ride on. So now we gotta find, so these look like M8s. Step 10B, M8, M6 shoulder bolts, M8 spring washers, and 11C, step 9. So step 11A, step 10A. This is a tool kit. You get a tool kit. Step 1A. So 1A sounds like it goes to all of that. 1A, step 8C, 1C, seat setup. Oh, what is that? Seat step. Spare parts. So spare parts, it gives you M8 bolts, two M6, 12 millimeter long, M8. So it gives you a pretty decent amount of stuff. And then seat step B. It looks like these are like cotter pins. Seat step 1B. Seat step 1A. Seat step 1C. And seat step 1B. Spare parts, step 11, step 8, step, all those steps. That's a lot of steps. Okay, and then we have more steps in this box as well. So we've got step 5, step 3A. I want to see if I can figure this out. Sticker and Velcro. Step 3B. 4. Step 2. Step 1. Okay, so box. Okay, so all of these had numbers on them, if I remember correctly. So this has got a 6. And then, what did those bars have? 8. 7. What were these? 2. Is that a 2? Yeah, 2. And then, when was this? 2. I think we have to turn it over. 4. 4. 6. 4. 5. And that other one was 5 too. So we'll go with 5. So in step 5, M16 bolts, there's 8, and then M6 15s. Wait, oh no, I don't know if that's right, because there's 9 of those. And these here have, so that's probably not right. Oh no, we might need instructions just because of how these are labeled, because these are obviously for like the wheel stand setup. So we are going to need, just so that we can identify all of those. Dismiss. Fanatec Clubsport GT Cockpit assembly instructions. Okay, box contents, both the sides, front assembly, back, rods, panels, included, tool bag kit, spare parts, sticker and Velcro bag. Step 1 bag contains 6 So where is the step 1? Step 1C. Is there another step 1? Oh, step 1 and step 1C. Okay, maybe it's a step 1. So step 5, step 3A, step 3B, step 1B. Okay. 6 and 6 washers. Okay, so spring washers, M8 washers. Okay, so wait, so we got a step 1 bag, a step 2 bag, step 1, step 2. Is there like a regular step 3? Step 2, step 3A, step 3B, step 4 bag, step 5, step 5 bag. All right, step 6 is the feet, box content 2. Okay, so that's all of that. We just need to, okay, hardware, it's in there, is step 8C bag. Where's 8C? So 8C is right here. Step 9 bag. Where's 9 at? Step 9. Okay, 6 bolts in there. M6 12 bolt, 6 bolts. Okay, step 10A. Step 10A. Step 10B bag. 10B. Step 11A bag. Dang, there's a lot of stuff. 11B bag. C bag. Okay, so seat assembly, seat step. All right, so assemble the left side of the main frame. M8 Allen key and M8 bolts. So M8 Allen key. So open the tool bag labeled step 1. Labeled step 1 and hardware kit. All right, so step 1 and hardware kit. Looks like we're gonna do this the right way. Step 1, but I don't necessarily need hardware kit because that's gonna have, so we're gonna grab our tools. Our tools, man. The biggest thing is like knowing which bag goes to what. So there's some other stuff in here. We're just gonna do the instructions. I spent a lot of money on this. I don't want to ruin it. So M8 bolts are gonna definitely be needing pretty robust green. tool. Is it 5? And 5 it is. Okay, so it says to build the left side. So it looks like we got spring washers on here. We got 6 curved washers. So slide the left side, front frame assembly, and left side rear into the connecting bracket 5. Ensure the mounting holes on all 3 pieces, 1, 3, and 5 are aligned. Screw 6 M8 20mm bolts into the mounting holes. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to take one, I'm going to set that bad boy down. Six. There's 3 of them on the top and then 3 on the bottom. We'll just get those nice and started on that side and then come down to the bottom. Now be quiet because I'm recording. Oh. So far, it's not too horrible. Oh. But I do have that tap kit if I need it. Okay, but while we're here, we're going to put these feet on. Yeah, I'm going all the way in with it. Oh, because in that way we can finish tightening. Oh shoot, this part's not even on yet. Yeah, I guess we'll be waiting for that foot, but we'll at least do the front ones. Okay, so let's go ahead and tighten these in. And they are threading in there quite tightly. So we have that side tightened together. So now we need to do this side. Basically the same thing, but this is obviously going to be step number 2. So let's move our steps over there. Step 2. Same M8 bolts. Same type of thing. Those holes line up pretty good. So you just got to make sure that, you know, your top and your... So basically, it looks like the bottom and the top slide on, but you're going to need this one, this center bracket on there at the same time. And so once you get them lined up, you should be able to just look right through this hole and see them. Oh, gotta give them a little twisty with this. Once they start threading, you know you're in the hole. Like, there's really not a wrong way to get these in there, but just, I guess, try not to cross thread them. You know, if you need to wiggle your thing back and forth a little bit. That's why I like T-handles. They kind of help a lot with that, so that you make sure you're getting it in there. Getting it in there. Get it in there good. Come on. You know, I guess you could be a... I guess you could install your washers the wrong way and push them the other way. So try to make sure they're lining up on the curvature. The electric door locker. Yeah, that one went in nice and easy. Like, really easy. Like, almost like no threads. Easy. Tighten these two middles first. I almost want to go get my drill and do this, to be completely honest. These threads don't feel horrible at all. Oh boy. This one feels a little bit tighter. Not anything that I feel like I'd have to freaking use a tap for yet, though. So that part's pretty good. Guess we'll look at our instructions. Just so that we can... Assembling the right side, same thing. M8. Inserting upper and lower connecting tubes. Okay, so now it wants us to do those. So it looks like open the hardware bag labeled 3A, step 3A. 3A. Inserting upper and lower connecting tubes. Okay, so it wants us to do both of those on one side first. So take those, bloop, bloop. Drop those in there. Now, we'll take out our 2 brackets, our 2 bolts, because these ones are kind of long. And so it's basically is what this is wanting you to do is obviously these bars, well, this one doesn't. So this one here is just, the bottom one's going to be the easy one. You just got to get that freaking hole to line up. Which should not be super horrible. Okay, so yeah, it does kind of come up just a wee bit. Get that in there. And then with your same tool that you were just using for the side, your M8 thing, which is a number 5 on this, you're gonna just tighten that bad boy in. Okay, and then, oh, that is floppy, so floppy. Might have to hit that with some freaking things. Now this side right here, this is gonna be the interesting one because this top bar, this has threads right here. So you're gonna put this in like this. Which is fine because you're gonna need those threads. This is gonna be an interesting one. Okay, T-handle's kind of failing me right now, but I get what they were going for. And it makes sense, but that's going to be quite the challenge for some people. Okay, so now we're good with that. So your thing is still going to move around, but you've got another hole right here with threads that when you mount something down to it, it's going to thread in there pretty good. So we already had the feet on this side. On this side, we didn't thread them all the way into the back, thankfully, but let's go ahead and get this side threaded on because once we put those together, I'm not gonna lie, that kind of sucks that this other one is like facing downward and you essentially, I'll show you, you're gonna want that kind of together like that. Okay, so now is what we're gonna do is we're gonna lay this on its side for this part. But we are going to kind of slide this back. These, I'm not going to put these on just yet on the back because they obviously go through that bottom tube as well. But we do have to put this on up here. So we'll just slide this on there and this on here. And then we'll come back to the back and we will put that on for stability. Okay, so I think the last one we got out was step 2. Was that step 2? Was it? No, it wasn't step 2. What step were we at? So step B8, so insert connecting rods. Okay, 3B, adding the left side of the frame. Step 3A. and then 3B. So you need 3B. Oh, put that other foot over there. Okay, so this one here will be kind of tricky if you're trying to do it from like the bottom. That's why I decided to just kind of set it together so that I could hold it with my patty cake and thread this in. This is a tight little monster on this one. Okay, that's nice and snug. So now that we've got that on, we can flip over and do this from this way, because this is already freaking basically lined up now. It's threading in pretty decent with just my fingers. Got a couple threads in there. Oh, come on. Come out, little buddy. Okay, so this part right here is going to be, this is probably going to be the harder part that I want to kind of do right now. I want to get those pedals in here. So we're going to remove this bolt. And we're going to remove this bolt. And there's two metal rods on both sides that slide out. And boy, do they slide out. Okay, so we'll go ahead and sit those right there. Now, obviously, I think these plastic things have got to come out for sure. Because there's no way, because those, I think those are the same gauge. And if not, they literally look at me exactly. Whew. Whew. Those are heavy. Especially once you got your freaking pedals on them. Oh, man. Okay. Got one side up, so we'll put the other side up too, so that it's at least pretending to work with me. Okay, so now I can get it. All right. Okay, that was not as horrible as I thought it was gonna be. Dude, that's badass. I'm not even gonna lie. Even though it is a little bit challenging to get it together as one person, it's very cool the way that thing is gonna function. Dude, those things rock so nicely on that. Holy crap. This thing is so incredible. I love it. I absolutely love it. Now it looks like there's some of the ratchet things. Okay, one side. I just know that this, like once you get all these covers and stuff on there and you get the feet on there, it's going to be, or kind of lift it on its side and side to put the feet on there. It's going to be a lot freaking more difficult for me by myself. So now that we've got at least the pedals on there, and like, look at this, guys. Those are smooth. Smooth like butter. And then the way that just, you can sit them all the way back up there. Damn. Okay, so I have to take a break for a second and let the camera do its thing. All right, guys, we're back. I just had to take a minute and like breathe for a minute because I was getting pretty warm. So now we're to the part where the back plate is gonna connect. And I believe that was it's not step 5. Let me see, what did that thing say? So now we need an Allen key. So these are M6. So now we're gonna have a smaller thing. So this one here was, what bag did it say? Step 4. So we're at step 4. And that is going to be, let's get some of these bags out of the way. So now that we've already got our pedal plate, so now we're at step numero 4, which is going to be putting this on. And this has a total of 8 bolts. 4 on one side, 4 on the other. We do have more of them fancy washers, the little curved guys, which is perfectly fine. Perfectly awesome, honestly. Now we just need a different T driver, and this one is number 4. Number 4. Number 4. These are Husky. I just picked them up from Home Depot. From the depot. I just ran over there right after FedEx dropped this off. Yes, it was FedEx. I know. You guys know my little troubles with FedEx. So guys, we're gonna see if these are lining up nice to be my sugar's home. Hi, Sugar. Because you were coming in and I didn't want to hear the beeping in the recording. And you can leave it open. I'm actually like dying of heat. If you want a little bit of cold on your face, you want cold? Oh, wow, I thought that was actually threading in there, but it was not. How rude. Oh, but that one is. Now, so we do have a couple that are like legit right next to the frame, Oh boy, these ones are gonna be fun. Hi, dog face. No, you to go outside. Was she just sitting in her like cage?
She was locked in there.
Really? One of the kids must have locked her in there because I left her out. Oh no, I didn't. I think I locked her in when I went over to Home Depot and brought you your coat. So this one right here. Okay, so T-handle fits right in between that side perfectly. Ooh, damn. Perfectly on this one too. So I can highly recommend these. So you can just keep turning and burning. Oh, yeah, she's not going to be happy, is she? She's not going to be happy with that. Oh, goodness. All right, so wow, that one there just needed a little bump to the north. Maybe two little bumps. That's wild. Pretty freaking, pretty nice build. It's like almost freaking perfect. Yeah, so far I've had maybe one hole that like felt a little bit tight in the center of the frame there to do the threading in. Everything else has been fairly good. That side real easy. Once I got them threaded in, started, they thread nicely. So let's go ahead and tighten these down. Nice and tight. Yeah, I know. What is that? Oh, your Apple Card? Your Apple Card's already here? That's a nice one. Yeah, baby. So something tells me you want to go to the Apple store? Are you just going to wait till the pink one's in stock? Are you just going to get the pink one? Blush Neo. You want a Blush Neo? Okay, so I need you to help me drag this in there because it is holy heavy. This is a real man cockpit.
I feel like you should have said how that
I would have, but it was such a pain in the butt. I know I probably should have. I probably should have just skipped making the video on it because it is a little heavy.
figure a place where you want to put it for sure.
Right back where it was. It's, I mean, look at the footprint. That's as long as it is. So it should fit right there, right? Oh boy. I am quite satisfied with it. Let's get our feet back on it. Sorry guys, I'm wasting your time. Sorry man, I'm wasting your time. You came to watch the incredible... Whew. I'll tell you what, this thing is pretty heavy. I could legit drag it where I need to take it to. I mean, I don't necessarily need help, but I don't want to have to drag. Oh yeah, I can slide it on this cardboard. Never mind, I'm gonna drag it. I'm just gonna drag it right in there. Right past all this sofa and everything. Yeah. I'm telling you guys, this thing has got some heft to it. I would be quite surprised if this thing wasn't like legit solid. You know what? I think I could probably build this whole thing out here. I can build this out here because I was thinking that I'm gonna have to do something crazy wild to get it in there, but you know what? Let's see. It does got a lot of weight in the front. It does. But I can absolutely slide that so that we could put these front plates on it, if that's what it calls for. Okay. So the rear's done. Attaching the top panel. Open the bag. Step 5. All right, step 5 was something that we had already opened earlier. So now we have step 5. So now that we got step 5, and that is going to be for, yeah, so those 8 bolts and then that. Okay, so those, now I know what those little spinny things were for. Those were for this step. So this goes right here. Pacow. I think these are still the same size that I just had. Yeah. Number 4, Husky. And now we will get one Husky going. 2 Huskies going. I think I'm going to build it all here and then we'll get it to the room. I'll get it to the room or I'll take it to the studio after this, so you guys don't have to watch all of that, but we'll get this part put together. Okay, so these go in about halfway before they start getting tight. Except for this one here. So I did have to apply a little bit of pressure in the crease part of that to get that to go down. But if you probably start from the top and work down, it'll probably be just fine. I really kind of wish I would have built this with my drill, but I was so worried about stripping freaking things being stripped out and stuff that I was like, I better just use some T-handles. But that's probably, actually, you know what? Hey, babe, will you bring my drill? Should just be right under my desk. I was just so worried that like these things were gonna be all garbagey, but they're actually pretty good. Okay, so which one is metric? Perfecto. Perfect. Wait, what did you do with the... Oh, I see. Should have had a thing. In my lunch box. Will you bring me my lunch box?
Want me to clean this area?
Yeah, hey Zace, will you go grab my lunch box? Okay, we're on 1 and we're gonna not be on drill. We're gonna go down to like speed 11. And then that should stop automatically. Nice and tight. Thank you. Milwaukee. Now we can get the bit in and out quickly. No torque. There we go. Gosh, that thing's pretty rigid now. That thing is really rigid. All right, so now we've got that on. And then it gives us these little ratchet doodads that go right here. And then those will lock onto that bar. Oh, this one here does not want to go. Oh, that's why. Trying to put it in the wrong one. Okay, so those should lock down on that. Perfecto. Perfecto. Okay, so now that we've got that part on, now we can attach the rubber feet. Well, the feet are already attached. All right, roll the cockpit frame. Okay, installing the pedal and steering assemblies. Okay, preparing the frame. So we've already got the remove. Okay, Allen key. Okay, so it says remove the 2 rear M8 bolts. Okay, we already did that. We've already slid the pedal tray on. Caution, the pedal mounting assembly is heavy. Please exercise caution. Please exercise caution. For ease of installation, lay the front and top panel packing box of the metal. Oh, I see. Oh, this is saying to like lift it up and set it down over it. I lifted it in and put it in. So that's pretty fine. Like that's, okay, so let's see. Okay, so M8, reinsert the steel guided rods. Okay, so. Okay, loosen the L-shaped bolts clamping the rear radial bearing block. To the pedal mounting. So okay, so it looks like S5. Where the hell are those? Step 8C, is that what they are? This says S5. I don't think. Step 9. Okay. I don't have an S5. Remove, okay, so yeah, we're removing the PC plug. Move the two rear. (8B) and (8C). Okay, so 8B, the pedal mounting assembly. (8C). Okay, yes. So it is 8C. Whew. Those are the ones we need. Nose go right here. Probably would have been.
Junior.
But it does also look like you can use a tool to thread these down instead of using. So where did I just put the green? Oh, it's right there. So we can use this to thread these in. Yep. You just have to pull up on it and then you can thread them. Whoa. Well, this might actually be a bigger challenge than okay, so yeah, this is kind of a challenge on this side. But at least you only have to do this once. I kind of wish that I could just get like my drill or something in there to. Oh, you know what? It's already locked down. Then you just fold it on over. See, that wasn't so bad. It's only that side that's going to really be a pain in the butt. Maybe. I spoke too soon. So you got to start way up here. Thread. Whoa. Come on, buddy. Oh, nice. Look at that. Just nice little movement. Because they are kind of like ratcheting. But they don't actually ratchet. You just lift up and then you let it fall back down. And then that will give you put my pedals all the way back. Okay, perfecto. Those are locked. Locked, locked, locked. Okay, so now we got to look at our phone and see what the next step is going to be. Because that was quite easy. Attaching the front panel. So this is going to be another bag of bolts. Step 9. So step 9, we're bolting on our other front panel. Got a bag of boltsies. For step 9, it looks like there's a total of 8 of them, but I've only got 6 in that bag. So maybe there's, so this is showing 2 long ones. So B8 and B8. Oh, I see. Oh, I see. So it looks like our originals that it told us to put in, we're pulling back out so that we can put those in there with them. So we got to grab it. That is a very, very annoying, my friends, but maybe we just needed it for stability. Or maybe I didn't read the instructions right. Oh boy. Got to get a couple more out. Dang it. A couple more threads. Okay, and then we'll stick this. We'll just go right back in with them. There's no sense in. Look at that. Almost like a perfect, almost like it was meant to be. Meant to be. Ugh. Okay. Now we're gonna have to get the drill. It's right here. Because just pop that one in. Come over here to this side. Nice and easily peasily. See, look at that. It doesn't even... Cray. See, you make it so you can't over tighten them, and you're good. You're good. You're not stripping anything out. That is so freaking rigid. Oh my gosh. Guys, I think we've got most of the hard stuff already done. Gosh. Everything else is above ground. Our freaking pedals are already in place. You know, obviously we... what side's my wire coming out? See, look at this. We'll even be able to feed this right through that. Look at that. Beautiful. And I've still got more than enough length down here that I can just wrap that and fold it right inside the cockpit. Oh, so incredible. So incredible. Oh, this thing is so rigid. So rigid. Incredible. Incredible. All right. Now what does it want us to do? Okay, next, mounting the steering mount. All right, for the bag labeled 10A. So let's see what 10A is. 11A, 10A. 10A. What does 10A want us to do? So there's a total of 8 bolts, 8 washer springs, and 8 washers. Okay, so these are for the sides. Okay. Damn. All right, so 15. Let's see how wide that plate is. Okay. All right, it looks like those actually go inward. But let me look at those instructions so I can see which way they're going. Okay, it looks like they... Looks like they go in like this. So we need 4 per side. Mine are gonna be, gosh damn it. a loud truck over there. Okay, sorry guys, I had to I'm putting mine low, so basically on flush with the top, because mine is the Clubsport, so I kind of want it to be a little bit low. I might maybe bring it up. Actually, I'm probably gonna, because I got that big monitor. That's kind of what I'm worried about. So I'm trying to set this nice and flush, but we'll have to do some adjusting. But that's what this thing is made for. So these bad boys can go right in there. And those thread in very, very nicely. Okay, so. See, I don't know if I want these lower or higher. You know, probably will just because my base is heavy or is big, I don't want this to bump on my knees. Because I've got my pedals a little bit. I've got the Clubsport pedals, if you remember. Clubsport V3 inverted. So we're Hey Junior, cat wants you, bruh. Okay, so now I got to change these ones here too. So we will. Oh. Get that screw and this screw. Whew. Yeah, I think there's going to just have to work no matter what. Because my base is the Clubsport. Oh, well, these are smaller. These ones are smaller than that. So we're going to use a different, smaller bit for these. Wow, it's even smaller than that, really. There we go. Dang, did that bit already bend? No, I'm just joking. Oh, damn, this drill's got a little bit of torque in it. Okay, that's good. I probably shouldn't use a drill on those ones because they're pretty small. All right, so that's on. Those are on. Let's see. Okay, it says once you pop those on, assemble 10B, assembling the direct drive undermount. So 10B. So 10B. Wait, what's 1C? Oh, I'm just joking. It says C on it. So there's our clampers. All right, now this looks way cooler. This has got different type. So M8, and then there's this M6 shoulder bolts, and then the M8 washers. There's 4 of those. 2 of the spring lock washers. The locking pin. That's a locking pin? That is a locking pin. Wow. Okay, attach main wheel mounting bracket to the, so showing like these going on one side. So is that the locking pin? Why does it say that's going in? Okay, so the locking pin. Oh, that goes on one side. Okay, I see. So 1, 2, 3, 4. This takes a freaking spring washer and a flat washer. Okay, the other one is going to do the same. Okay, where did it go though? Didn't I literally just have 2 of those? Yep, there it is right there. So these right here. So I am assuming that that is only on, no, it's on both sides. But I'm assuming that the plate goes in here like this. And those go right there. Because the locking pin goes right there. Oh, I see. Oh, I see. It's all making sense to me. Kind of. Okay, wait, why does that look like that? So this goes... How deep in there does that go? Oh, okay. All right, so that absolutely goes right through this side. Yes, it does. And it threaded right into this pretty nicely, so should be pretty easy going. So you get that side right there, and then this side right here. Yeah, you want to make sure this is done right, because this is going to be pretty horrible to try to move again if you don't. Once you get everything on there. Okay, so those are on there. And then obviously this locking pin is going to go Yeah, it goes that way. The thread is big enough. So if you want it right at 0 degrees, okay, well, that's your locking pin, apparently. And then it looks like these are going to get, sheesh, really only one M1, only one M8 washer goes on those? Why do I have 2 more then? Because they go on these, apparently. So, you're ratcheting again, but yeah, that goes in there pretty well. So I think these were this size, so we can just make these nice and tight. You want these bad boys tight as they can get. You do have a washer in between them, so go ahead and tighten those babies down. Gosh dang it. Once you learn these little things, they're actually freaking pretty cool. Because they just give you the ability to ratchet everything. It's pretty cool. You can get a pretty good amount of leverage on them too. And once you're tight, you just fold them up out of your way. Dude. Okay, that was pretty easy. Next step, step 11A. Okay, where are you at, 11A? There's 11A right there. So 11A goes to my monitor stand. You know, the first part that we were looking at, that we were like, damn, that thing is badass. So 11A goes right here. So let's get 11A on there. Some M8 bolts. So I believe we were with a number 4. So it looks like we're gonna slot that bad boy right there. So this is coming back to haunt us, because this, if we would have messed this up in the first place and put this bar in there wrong or upside down, we would have been screwed. But seeing as we are smart, we got it, my friends. Oh boy. It's almost like this thing was designed to go together. Just go ahead and crank that one down. We'll crank this one up here down. It's almost, yeah, dude, this is crazy. Like how good it's going together so far. I mean, yeah, I have no complaint at all yet. Can we finish it without any problems? Okay, it's heavy. That is one thing. All right, so that part complete. So 11B. What do we need with 11B now? That one's got nuts and bolts and that. Okay, so 11B is our upright stand. So we'll go ahead and, yeah, we'll do that. Sheesh, do we even need mounts for it? 11B. Okay, so this is one of those. So two of these. Boop. Boop. This goes on that. And then these are going to go right down here. And then we'll decide where our monitor is going to sit. But then we got this piece that is going to just clip right here, because I think we're going to be up kind of high like this. And then once you're on, like, you literally just thread this right in there. Like easy peasy. And then obviously you can throw your monitor closer, as far away as you want. I think we're going to set this all the way back here for now. So we do have a wrench. It was in that other box. Actually, will this thing fit? Huh. Oh. Hey, I tried. I thought maybe that would fit, but it does not. But I know this one will fit because it's made for it. But I think it's this one. Nope, too little. Too freaking little. Too little. Yes. Nice. Okay, that one's nice and tight. Nice and tight. Damn, that is rigid too. What the freak, man? And then that will slide back and forth just like a so. Ooh. Okay, let's go ahead and tighten that down. Tighten this side down. Gosh dang. Dude, that thing is so rigid. Very nice, very nice. It's almost like the only thing I got left now is the seat. The seat. Okay, so installing the onboard monitor. So that's taken care of. So you've got M4 spacers. That's what they were for. Dude, that is so awesome. That is so awesome. I was wondering what those were for. Dude, I've got spacers for my monitor so I can have it. Yes. Dude, I'm so happy now. I'm legit so happy because I thought it was literally going to be up right next to that. I might actually have to take this to work and cut a hole out for my HDMI or my for my DisplayPort cable. All right, so seat step 1A. So it looks like we are to the seat place. Okay, so installing the 2-piece bucket seat. Okay, so yeah, boy. Assembly hardware. Okay, let me get this seat open up so that we can get started with that. Yeah, we're just gonna build the whole thing out here, I think. And then if I need to call my son-in-law to help me, if I can't slide it on in there, I will do such a thing. Look at that bad boy. Oh man, that like smells brand new. Oh wait, it is brand new. Sorry. Dude, this thing is the lightest of it all. It might have actually came with its own freaking... Might have came with its own boltsies. It's even got a warranty guide. All right, so, yeah. Dang, that's a nice freaking... Damn. 2, 3, 4. Did it come with its own instructions? Okay, I think this sits in that. Yeah. And then it's like, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Looks like it came with an extra. Okay, so this is slightly annoying. I think I've finally met my match with this whole thing. Gosh dang, come on, box. It's just falling into the box as I'm trying to mount this gosh dang thing. I wish they had like something that it like kind of just went in and gosh dang, man. I'm legit about to just do it with the drill. Okay, so, whew. Sheesh. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of wish this was solid. I mean, not a massive big deal or a deal breaker or anything like that, but I kind of wish this was a solid piece because I think that would have looked a lot more attractive. Hopefully I put the right ones in there. Okay, so I think I did because it gives you like actually I'm pretty sure maybe it's these ones that go in this. Oh, maybe not. But those feel super short. Like those don't even feel like they want to go in that. Yeah, those have got to be that. Gosh dang it. The annoying part, my friends, but that little freaking Allen key was starting to annoy me. So we're going to use something that I can put a little bit more force behind, because I feel like those other ones are too short for this. Why doesn't this want to go in there? Oh, okay, so I swapped those two for these longer ones. Yeah, the seat is probably by far the most annoying part of this. These things just do not want to line up. And right when you think you got them threading in, they're not. Yeah, these are way annoying. Oh. I might send this seat back. It's an annoying seat.
Huh?
I said it's an annoying seat.
No, it's annoying.
Huh.
I came home to play my game.
Yeah.
Stuff was in my seat.
Okay. Okay.
It's okay though.
Yeah. Easily the worst part of this build so far is this seat. Gosh damn. No, I don't. No. You got to bolt the back of it together first before you're doing the sides. Apparently. Gosh, that is annoying, but hey, you know what? It just solved my problem. So it was a skill issue. Skill issue. I was like, what the freak, man? It did not want to line up for nothing, but now with them side bolts out, this thing goes right together. Wow, that was annoying. Oh! Man, don't tell me these ones are going to be little a-holes now, too. Oh, no. Okay, cool. I was like, man, I really hoped it. Okay, cool. Oh, man. Oh, man. Okay, there's our seat. Whew, sheesh. That, my friends, was kind of annoying. I'm not even gonna lie. So now, after we've got that together, yep, it says to put them in the back first and then the sides. Gosh dang it. If I would have just read. Okay, so now we're gonna need seat step 1A. Step 1A. Step 1A. Because step 1A is all four of our, whew, damn. I did not notice all of those. Okay, so we got 4 of those washers and then 4 of these bigger plastic washers. Because I am assuming that now that our seat is together, we're going to put it right here. And we're going to start mounting our brackets on. But let me look at this, because I want to make sure I'm going to do this right. M8 washers, 40 millimeter plastic washers. Place the seat on a soft floor cover or blanket and lay the seat on the left side. Place 2 M8 40 millimeter plastic washers over the pre-drilled holes. So this side, okay, so this is what it's telling me to do over the pre-drilled holes. So take 1 and take 2 over the pre-drilled holes. Okay, those are the 2 big plastics. All right, rest the right side seat bracket 20 on top of the plastic washers. So the right side, I kind of wish I could get this a little bit more flat, but this will be all right. So this is going to just kind of rest. Gosh damn, that's not going to happen. That is not going to happen, sir. So we need to have 2 of these ready to rock and roll. Because we do not have flat anymore. So we're going to put our other 2 of those down and then 2 of our others, because now we're going to need, clearly our metal ones are going to go on this side. And then as we go to find our hole, we'll just kind of, oh shit. I'm telling you guys, the seat is by far the most annoying thing that we have encountered today. Okay, so then get that kind of threading and then bring this one up. And then we'll get this bad boy threading too. So we got 3. Oh, sheesh. Okay, wait, we're just going to do this. We're going to take it all the way to its natural conclusion. Okay, wait, don't I have a freaking... Okay. Cool. There we go. Now I know which way to put it on this side too. Now this side here feels a little bit more better because yeah, now that other side's on there, making it more stable. So let's get these out. Dang, I'm very nervous to see how long this takes, because I feel like we've been here for like 6 hours already. 6 hours. Okay, these right here. Oh gosh, that thing just lost itself. Come on, dude, this sucks. Oh. We learned a lesson on the last one. You know what? We haven't even put the seat slider on yet. Oh wait, there it goes. Okay, so we got the chair put together. So I'm assuming that we've got to put the seat slider on sooner or later. Oh. Okay. Plastic washers. Okay, open a bag labeled seat step 1. So those are, oh, cool. Ask and you shall receive. All right, so now we've got those little pins that we was talking about. And our seat slider. Don't they go on that? I would assume. Damn. And it really wants me to put these pins in that? All right, well, cool. I'm all right with that. You just slide them right into this end right there. And they're good. So that was that. Now Ensure that the seat rail is good. Yep. Okay, that's exactly what it looked like. Open the bag labeled seat step 1C. Oh, stickers, spare parts. Okay, where's the 1C bag? Toolkit. Oh, there we go. 1C. The last. M8, 4 bolts, 4 lock, 4 of those. Okay. This part seems fairly straightforward. I hope. I hope. I hope. I hope. I hope. I hope. Oh, whoa. Wow. Damn. I'm surprised that don't go in there. Oh. How the hell? Okay, wait a minute. Did we do something wrong? Did we miss a step? What the hell? What the freak? Why? Oh, I see. Because it's like, bro, I hate you. And then we'll have those lined up. I wonder if they line up exactly like that on the other side. Dude, there's no way my butt's getting in that seat. Well, we can try. You know, I was just sitting here thinking, I was like, gee, I wonder if there would have been an easier way to like stick this on there. But yeah, I don't think that would have been possible. That's too big. Where did I stick that tool that I had been using? Come on, can't be that hard to find. So this one, absolutely not. Okay, wait a minute, dude. Like, how's this even possible? You know what? That one will fit. At least the ones in the back, you'll be able to do it too pretty easy. Oh, maybe on both sides too. You know what? We've got the one that just came with this thing that will probably allow us to tighten these down. Okay, oh my gosh, dude, is it like literally right there in my pocket? It's literally right there in my pocket. Okay, those two. Oh boy. Sorry, dude, just want these pretty tight, I'm assuming. All right, now let's see. Okay, now we have cushions for this. Is this the only one? Or does this one go right? Yeah, that's, let's see. Where is it? This one. This one. I don't know where, if there was another cushion. There's not in there. Not on the floor. So it's gotta be this one. What is that? That looks like it might fit there. And then that one, yeah. Okay, all of these cushions literally come out. So guys, the moment of truth to find out if I wasted all my money. Oh dude, I was gonna freak out because I was like, okay, so I do still feel quite tall for this. Let me see. I got socks on. I mean, my arms are gonna be in a good spot, like no matter what. Actually, you know what? I literally fit perfect in this seat. I was like, no way, man, that seat's gonna be way too tight. I could actually use clutch. Now, I mean, I do got a little bit of bend in my legs. I'm actually liking this. Wow, this is incredible, guys. Being able to hit that freaking. I'll never have problems with my brakes because they're right against the backstop. There's no flex. Oh, damn, this is good. Like, I'm so happy right now that I fit in this seat. Oh, the seat is very, not very, but like it feels firm. So, the one thing, okay, I do like that. I might put my pedals, no, my pedals are up at the highest. Dang, they are up at the highest. But the thing is like this actually feels comfortable pushing that brake pedal and being able to go to the throttle out. I do wish that my legs were maybe a little more straight. But that also has to do with my Fanatec pedals. I wonder maybe I can push them back just a little more. Just give myself two more slots. I've got 3, maybe 4 inches back there. And I just need the fronts to lock down. So if I put them all the way at the back, I got plenty of clearance right there. Yeah, I could actually do that. I think that exactly might be literally perfect for me. Wow. I love it. I absolutely love it. And then when I got the wheel on here, it's not going to hit my legs like I thought it was. Even if I've got it like right here to where I'm like, wah, and I'm sitting low enough. You know what? Honestly, this might just be perfect. That gives me just, I've got enough bend in my knee to like hit that brake nice and slow. I can put a nice consistent pressure on that. Same with the throttle. This might actually be perfect. And then with my monitor right there, like, holy shit, dude, if I can get that thing like literally like my hands, oh my gosh, that big 45-inch, this thing literally might be perfect, my friends. Let's see how, and then I can push my wheel back every night. Now the big thing is getting out. Yep, I can grab that. I might actually buy those things just to help me get in and out. Because I am getting older. But I'll tell you what, guys, holy crap. This thing's incredible. This thing's absolutely incredible. And it wasn't even super hard to put together. Like, that was pretty damn easy. The biggest thing was that seat. You know what, honestly, the biggest thing is because it's heavy, okay? Like, a lot of these parts are heavy. I mean, they do have some weight to them, but I mean, you saw me, dude. I did it all by myself. I think it's incredible, man. I love it. I freaking love it. I love it. Froggy love Fanatec. Fanatec Froggy. Call it Froggy Tech. Call it Froggy Tech instead of Fanatec. They should just name it Froggy Tech. Because Froggy likes Fanatec. Let me get you guys nice and low so you can see. So I'm going to go grab my wheelbase and stick it on there. See, so heavy. See, so heavy. Ooh. I move shit box for you.
You got it all set up?
Yeah, and it's fucking awesome.
So now what?
I'm,
Put it up to my big TV?
no, I got that.
Oh.
I just
Are
take
we
that.
bringing it in here?
Oh, I'm leaving it out here. It's way too heavy. It will hurt us. We're old, babe. I need young, strapping young lads to come and move that shit. And I don't have any. Junior's not old enough. I'm joking. I forgot I have my microphone on still. Oh, gosh. No, babe, I'm joking. I am going to move it in there. I joke, I kid. But we got two. Okay, so what I'm doing with these is I'm literally threading these in first. Obviously in the Fanatec pattern, these 4 right here, like you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, like they're literally all lined up in the exact same row. Those 4 are usually always Fanatec. I mean, this is Fanatec's wheelbase, so I mean, or Cockpit, so it would be absolutely wild if they didn't line up. Are those not lining up? Dude, that's going to be so dumb. Is it really those? Oh my gosh, dude, they've got them side slotted this time. So dumb. That is annoying, because now instead of it just going straight up, guys, now you got to worry about them sliding side to side. So, damn, leave it to freaking Corsair, man, to freaking make something that's good for everybody, but sheesh, man. Fanatec should come first. They should have just made these holes slightly behind it. Because is what I do, guys, is I just get those T-nuts threaded in there a little bit. Then I take my base, and then I just slide it right on, bro. Like it's not the big thing that everybody tries to make it out to be. It's not hard. It's quite freaking simple. Dude, I'm so glad I got the right one right here. Just slides right on. I want to see how much flex it has. That's what I'm curious to see right now. Because this thing, my guys, is literally, like, I'm so excited for this. Oh, wrong way. Okay, so if I've got it all the way maxed out, I'm right next to myself. And then all the way back, of course. Okay, that would be hitting my legs, but I could still drive like that. All right, so about right there. Let's get these locked down nice and tight. Okay, side to side. What are you doing? No, I'm recording. Whew. Yeah, so this, my friends, is absolutely perfect, I think. I've got all the adjustment that I need. I can go up, I can go down, keep it nice and flat. Yeah, I mean, oh yeah, I got that. Because once you got this plug in there, you won't be able to move it. So, I think right there, 0 degree. I like it. I was turning that the wrong way. So, ooh, yeah. Very, very rigid. Very rigid. And now with that on, this is incredible. Very, very incredible. It went together very nicely. Very nicely, my friends. So, all right, guys, if you like this content, do not forget to like and subscribe. And we'll be back in the next video with me actually driving on it. Thanks for watching.